do all this while I'm trying to get a meal done, trying to do a meal. Where is if this is already all done for me and they're in a canning jar, all I do is pop open that canning jar, and I think we had burritos earlier in the week, and did some just opened up a bunch of these, thawed them out. That's what kind of inspired me to do this, because I'm like, I had to thaw these out, I had to clean them, I had to lay them out, because my husband was like, where are all those peppers that we had from last year? Well, they're still in the freezer. So I got them all cleaned out, got a bunch of them cleaned up, and so he said, this is so good, why aren't we using these? So I was explaining to him how it's just a pain in the butt to try and do this before a meal. So if I have them canned up, one, I'm cleaning out my freezer. Two, I can just pop open a can like I did. I have beans canned up. All I do is pop open a can of beans, warm them up, mash them up a little bit, and cook up some rice. And I can make a bean and rice burritos through some of these chilies on there. Oh, my husband he was loving them. They were really good. So my tomatillos are cooking, and then a lot of these peppers are going to go in my salsa verde. I think it calls for like jalapenos or a hot pepper or something like that. But I'm going to use these chilies just to kind of adjust the recipe a little bit. I'm going to use these chilies to put in that salsa, and I think it will be really good. I'm going to lower you down a little bit here, and I'm going to show you what I'm doing with these. So I've got a couple packages thawed out, and I have about 4 or 5 more packages to do. And it really cleared out a whole bottom freezer space, which is great. And I just clean that off a little bit. And then I'm going to be rinsing them also, and I'll get some more seeds off of there. But that's just cleaned up, and that's ready to use just like that. You can fry it up a little bit. I did with some butter, fried it up a little bit, and threw them on those burritos, and they were so good. But I'll do all these up, and I would rather spend a whole day like I did yesterday. I was about maybe 4 hours, and I've got 4 pint jars and 12 half pint jars canned up, and like I said, a whole bottom shelf of freezer space freed up for other things. Right now my tomatoes are going in there, and then when I'm ready to do my tomatoes, I will clean that out. And the goal is that freezer space is used for deer meat, because my husband and I both deer hunt, and we try and get a year's worth of deer stocked up in the freezer, and that's really what that freezer space is for. And I've got some carcasses, chicken carcasses in there. I've got veggie scraps, all of that I'm gonna get out of there and get in a roaster pan, and get me some more broth, some chicken broth, just regular broth. I mix everything together, so I make just a all around broth, and I go through that very quickly. So that will even clean the freezer out a lot more, and that will just make me so happy to get that freezer space cleaned out, and my husband, make him very happy to get that freezer space cleaned out. So hopefully we get some deer this fall. So I'm looking at, I've got a time frame, so October, November time frame to get the freezer as cleaned out as possible, and putting in canning, getting it all canned up and getting it in jars is the best way to do that. We're going to do some remodeling a little bit later on this year, and I'll have a little bit bigger pantry, and I'll film that and show that to you, so I can get all these cans, all of this canned up produce on shelves. And right now they're stuck everywhere. So I'm trying to gather up some more space and stuff to put, have places to put my canned products.